I hope you all are doing great. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's reading is what are their regrets when it comes to you? What are their regrets about you, concerning you? Okay. And we do have 4 groups for you to choose from. We have group 1, the amethyst crystal. Group 2, the moonstone, rainbow moonstone crystal. Group 3, the pink tourmaline crystal. And group 4, the rose quartz. Okay. So group 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you do want to pause the video so you can take a moment to choose your group, feel free. But I shall see you all in your readings. Alright, if you have chosen the amethyst crystal, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what are their regrets when it comes to you? And I'll start off with your tarot cards, okay? So we have the Page of Wands and we have the Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, so this person, they regret their personal circumstances. It could be, because of a multitude of different things for different people, but they do regret the personal circumstances that they were dealing with. During what time though? So if this person was ever distant with you, they regret being distant, but they also regret the personal circumstances that they were going through that made them distant or that made them detached, whatever could have happened between you and this person. But yeah, it feels like their circumstances made it hard or impossible to move forward with you or to be clear about what they want, or to see whether or not both of you were compatible or not, But yeah, this person, it feels like they regret being too focused on appearance. They regret trying to be, popular or focusing too much on popularity rather than the genuine connection they felt with you. But it feels like they were too focused on other things, especially when it came to external stuff. They regret not appreciating you, and it feels like they regret choosing a different path. In their mind, it was this path or you. This path gave them a lot of excitement, stability, maybe success even, but they do regret that it led them away from you, So they also regret being too optimistic or too presumptuous or making you optimistic only to not see it through. So for some of you, it almost feels like they regret making you feel like they had expectations towards you, if that makes any sense. I don't think I'm saying it right. Okay. Wait, hold on. For some of you, this could be like they regret leading you on in some way. But yeah, they regret being immature, or their immaturity at the time. This person almost feels like in hindsight, they would have done a few things differently. Like if they knew then what they know now, they don't necessarily think the outcome would have changed, but they wouldn't be feeling regretful is all. Like they definitely regret how they treated you because it feels like in their perspective, uh, you didn't deserve it, you know? It's like there's this element of letting someone down, and it feels like this person regrets letting you down, even though, you know, if it is, especially if it was because of another path, it feels like they don't regret taking that path because it, you know, with the world card here, it could have brought them a lot of stability, success, but they definitely regret how everything tied up and how you were affected by, you know, the whole situation. Yeah. So this person, I don't know if this is past energy or current energy, but it feels like they have realized that you and them wasn't for the best. But but they regret how they went about it and making you feel excited, especially if they got your hopes up a little bit. But they regret rubbing their happiness or their potential or their success in your face. For some of you, they could regret rubbing their relationship in your face, but that's not for everyone. For some of you here, they definitely regret having fun with you because they miss it. And it almost created like expectations with other people. Maybe they had, you know, this may not be for everyone, but maybe they had a lot of fun with you that they couldn't really find or establish, you know, with other people and other connections. So yeah, you definitely set the bar in some way, um and yeah, and they definitely regret the good times because yeah, it did create certain expectations for this person. So this person, it also feels like they regret seeing your potential, because in their perspective, unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere. Not your potential, but the potential they saw or something. Or does that make sense? But I feel like it comes with expectations again. Like they regret seeing your potential, um, because it's like they see how great you are, but it didn't turn out how they wanted it to turn out. So this person, it also feels like they regret not analyzing you first before rushing in to introduce themselves to you or to move forward with you, almost like you were an innocent person in the situation, you know? And it's like, okay, if I had really, you know, analyzed this person first, I definitely would have done things differently instead of being, I don't know if impulsive is the right word, but just not being careful, really. Yeah, premature, that's the word I'm looking for. They regret being premature. For some, this is about not giving you a chance, like a real chance. They regret also thinking that you would trap them. They regret letting you go and not making enough of an effort. They regret not asking or getting more involved in the stuff that you were interested in. For some of you, this is just in general and getting to know you. They regret not getting to know you on a deeper level. And yeah, and there is a message about them regretting being friendlier to other people than they were to you, you know? So we have life-changing epiphany, or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. Again, there's like with this card, there's a message of if this person knew now what they knew. No, if this person knew then what they knew now, things would be definitely different. It's like they've had life changing perspective, experiences, epiphanies, clarity, and it's like they've realized a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to you, and they've only realized it now, unfortunately, you know. So that is definitely a regret for them, that they weren't wiser before, you know, that they were, you know, younger, or you know, more immature, or just less developed in the past. And yeah, do you have more from this card? For some of you here, this person could feel as though life has been difficult for you, and this person, it's like they regret certain circumstances that you may have been through, even if it has nothing to do with them, you know? Especially if you have been through stuff, like maybe since you guys, I don't know if you're still in contact with this person or whatever, but if you're not in contact with this person and it has been quite a while, this person regrets like the tough shit that you've had to go through since you guys haven't been in each other's lives, you know? There's also a message that this person regrets not being able to share their blessings with you either. Do you have more from this card? And if it resonates, this person could regret messing with your stability. And we also have unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So this person worries not taking, not worries, sorry, this person regrets not taking certain worries that you may had seriously. For some of you, this is just you in general, like they regret not taking you seriously. And yeah, do you have more from this card? It's like it feels like this person, in their perspective, their priorities were different back then. Their perspective was different. Like, say for example, I'm more so interested in having fun than building deep connections, or you know, whatever it may be. But yeah, this person definitely regrets that they didn't have what they would maybe perceive as a better mindset back then. It also feels like they regret not, again, not taking you seriously, not helping you heal, or not being supportive of you in some way. But please only take that if it makes sense for your situation. So we have bad tempered. So if it resonates, this may not be for everyone, but this person could regret having a bad temper with you, or just being temperamental in general when it comes to you, maybe like hot and cold. So we have more realistic. So with this card, the message that's coming through is that this person regrets living by someone else's rules, someone else's expectations at the times. It doesn't feel like they were paying attention to their own morals, or what did or didn't feel right to them. Instead, they were more so focused, you know, whether this be, morals that their parents put onto them, or that their siblings, or bosses, or colleagues, I don't know, okay, but it feels like they were following someone else's rules and not their own, and they definitely regret that. So if things were quite intense between you and this person the last time you saw each other, this person definitely regrets that. Or if your connection to them was quite intense, then they regret that too, you know? Do you have more from this? For some of you here, there is a message that this person regrets being moody. So this person could definitely regret not hearing you out or not taking you seriously, not having deeper conversations with you. And if things were quite surface level between you and this person, I know that's not for everyone, but this person regrets that too. So it feels like they regret not being themselves. Because now it feels like they think you see them in a light that is not, you know, true in their perspective. So they definitely could feel that you have a wrong opinion of them, and but they regret, you know, maybe their own actions that led you to having this certain perspective or opinion uh, on them, you know. Yeah, so they definitely regret that they either weren't genuine or they didn't, you know, get a chance to show you their more genuine side. So if this person wasn't upfront about how they felt about you, then they definitely regret not being upfront. So we also have stop worrying about how other people see you. How do you see you? Yeah, this person they regret caring so much at the time about how outside, you know, people perceived you and them. So yeah, they definitely regret that. Do you have more from this card though? Yeah, this person regrets not focusing more on how they saw you as opposed to how other people perceived you, you know? So we have let's fly away, would you fly away with me? Okay, so please only take this one if it makes sense for your situation. But if you have ever traveled with this person, if they have taken you away or you traveled to them, this person regrets that. Um, why? It's like it created feelings, like having them stay with you or you guys staying with each other for a while. It created feelings that they won't be able to kind of move on from easily. Again, it's like left a mark on them. So for some of you, depending on your situation with this person, they regret like getting too comfortable with you, especially if maybe it turned out to be short-lived. So that was clarified straight away by the Four of Pentacles. It's like this person regrets not, I don't know how to put this, but like locking you down, if that makes sense. It's like they regret not making you theirs or not making things solid and like a done deal between the two of you, you know? And finally we have, is it worth it? Yeah, it feels like they regret also questioning to themselves whether or not you were worth it to them. Because it's like in hindsight, with the Six of Wands being here, the Eight of Wands, and then the Four of Wands all in the upright, it definitely feels like in hindsight, they see you as more than worth it. They see you as someone they probably could have had stability with, that they could have really, you know, fun, spontaneous, passionate moments with as well. So yeah. And, you know, with the Six of Wands, someone that they could also be proud of. And in the past, they maybe got the impression or people made them feel like they couldn't be proud of you or whatever, you know? But yeah, that is all I have for this group, though. I do hope it could resonate. I do hope it can make sense and be helpful to someone. But I'm wishing you all the best, all right? Please take care. Bye. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the second group, the moonstone, rainbow moonstone crystal, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what are their regrets when it comes to you? So 2 sevens, 1 in reverse, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 7 of Swords upright. So what are the regrets? So this person, they regret that you are stable. 1 second. For some of you, this person regrets that you're stable, but maybe they made you feel like you weren't, or they treated you as if you weren't stable and, you know, I want to say mentally sound as well. Like maybe they treated you as if you wasn't, and they regret that. For some of you, they could regret that you're financially stable. And they could regret maybe that they didn't see that or they didn't appreciate it for what it was back then. For some of you, they regret thinking that you were a bit silly, maybe naive, and they regret taking advantage of you, whether it be financially or whether they tried to take advantage of you, but, you know, it didn't work out for them. But they do regret taking advantage of you or thinking that they could. This person, if they created delays for you, or if they set you back in any way, they regret that. They definitely regret creating some type of delay for you. They regret being immature. They regret not taking accountability as well for any mistakes that they may have made, whether that be in, you know, in your connection or even in past connections. They dislike the fact that they didn't see things through with you, or they didn't get the chance to see things through with you. They regret pushing you and being impatient when it came to you. This person, they regret being lazy. For some of you, they regret being a bit of a bum and they regret not valuing, and for some of you, they regret not valuing you or valuing what you brought to the table, basically. And for some of you, if this person misused your money, or they were trying to misuse your money, or they didn't appreciate your financial contributions, this person definitely regrets that too. For some of you, this could be even using their own money unwisely. Yeah, it could be, misusing their own money. And then I don't know if they like came to you after. It's like, okay, I spent all my money, I'm gonna spend yours now, But I've actually know too many people like that. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So for some of you, it could be something else in terms of money that they regret, but there is something about money. For some of you, this could be that they regret not being more generous. They regret being sneaky. If this person stole from you, whether you know this, or whether it's something that's still maybe unknown to you, or whether you know, they definitely regret that. For some of you though, who maybe you're not aware that they stole from you or that they tried to steal from you, this person has been dealing with it feels like karma when it comes to that situation. So I don't know if they've connected the dots, but they are definitely regretful for that. And yeah, they regret doing the bare minimum. They regret focusing more on themselves or work or other people or other responsibilities. And they regret neglecting you and leaving you out. They regret not investing in you or your ideas. And with the 2 sevens here, it feels like they regret thinking that they were perfect, maybe wealthy or secure. And it feels like they regret thinking they were better than you. Or maybe if it wasn't better than you, it could have been other people. Like they regret having that energy about them. It feels like they could have learned their lesson to a certain degree. This person, they regret lying to you and being dishonest. For some of you, if this person ever tried to put you down, like whether it was really passive aggressive, or covert. Maybe for some of you it was pretty obvious that they were trying to put you down. But regardless of how they tried to do it, they definitely regret that. And depending on your situation with the person you're asking about, they regret cheating on you. Um, it's like they think now like you see them as an op, like they feel like you see them as an enemy, and they hate the circumstances that led to that, you seeing them as an enemy. It's like if whatever happened between you and this person is irreparable, or it kind of seems irreparable, or you kind of understand why that could be their perspective, um, then this person definitely hates the fact that there's like no going back, or there's no making amends. It's like they regret not having morals, or treating you as if they had no morals or no sense. It's like who raised you is something they could say to themselves at how poorly they treated you. And for some of you, this was in their intentions towards you, and this may not have been very obvious, it could have been covert. But this person, they definitely regret how they treated you. This person, they regret being controlling, maybe constantly checking up on you. And if they have ever accused you of something, for some of you, this could be about stealing, maybe cheating or lying, or whatever it was. They definitely regret having accused you of something, for sure. Okay, so we have heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. They regret not trusting you. For some of you, you could be psychic. You could have banging intuition, and this person regrets trying to fool you. It's like, or try like thinking that they could fool you. It's like they definitely regret that. It's because it's like now they see that you have amazing intuition. Maybe you have great discernment. Um, maybe you have great awareness, and it feels like this person could be realizing that now, and they definitely regret treating you as if you didn't have this amazing intuition. So we have progress, not perfection. Don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself. Instead, focus on how far you've come and all that you have learned. If this person ever compared you to someone else, maybe judged you too harshly, this person, they are regretting that shit now, I have to say. For some of you, this person could definitely regret not seeing how hardworking you are. And they could feel like they're missing out. Like, say you're very hardworking and it gives you the opportunity to afford great stuff for yourself, opportunities, experiences. But it feels like this person has kind of feels like they're missing out when it comes to you, and they definitely regret not appreciating you more. Obsessive. So yeah, if this person was quite controlling or obsessive in regards to you, they definitely regret that. But for some of you, it's actually the opposite, and they regret not being obsessive enough. It's like even if they were controlling to a certain degree, they regret not being even more so, you know? Do you have more from this card? For some of you, if it resonates, this person could regret thinking that you were obsessive. And they regret thinking that you were lying to them or accusing you of lying. Okay, so we have competitive. Yeah, this person regrets competing with you or acting as if things were like a competition. It's like a tally. It's like I'm making a tally of all the things that I'm doing for you, and you're making a tally of all the things you're doing for me. It's just like they or it could be competitive in another way. But yeah, they definitely regret trying to compete with you or thinking that things were a bit of a competition between the two of you. And we also have opportunists. Yeah, so if ever this person acted in an opportunistic way when it came to you, they definitely regret that. So if this resonates, it feels like some of you hit this person with the truth. And they could have been speechless. Maybe they hung up, maybe they, tried to talk in circles, but it feels like you were hitting them with the truth and it left them speechless. And but I don't know, why is that a regret? It's like they regret, like it's like, say for example, someone thinks you're naive, someone thinks you won't stand up for yourself, and then all of a sudden one day you stand up for yourself, you kind of hit this person with a multitude of home truths, and it's like, ouch, like I didn't know you were capable of, doing that. And they regret thinking that you couldn't do that, basically, even if it was different circumstances or, situations. This person regrets, the situation that led to them being speechless. So we have here, I want to break our energetic bond. I mean, if this person, they gave up too soon, or they tried to, do the whole on and off thing with you, or maybe they tried to cut you off, it feels like maybe you healed. It's like, I cut you off, but maybe I'm kind of hoping that, I'll be able to come back and you will still be open towards me. And this person regrets that, especially if they were the ones to pull the trigger first, basically, like if they were the ones to say, okay, we're done, like whatever. This person regrets, basically, the breakdown of your bond. Mm-hmm. But especially if this person started it, they definitely regret that. So we have, I've done things I'm not proud of. I mean, if this has to do with conflict, it could also be in terms of things that you don't really know. Um, maybe to do with their past, but obviously it trickled in to how they treated you. They definitely regret certain things they've done. And, again, this could be a bunch of different things, but it feels like now they kind of see how they acted and they're not proud of how they behaved. Or maybe they've realized now that, how they behaved was gross. Okay, okay. All right, no, so for some of you with this obsessive card, this person regrets the fact that they still feel connected to your energy. Like they still feel obsessive when it comes to you, and they regret that you still have that impact on them. Oh, so we have, I masturbate to the thought of you. Yeah, this person regrets that you've made such an impact on them, that you're so sexy and that they still think about you, okay? Yeah, this person, they regret getting on your bad side. They regret the distance between you both as well. Especially if they were the one to initiate the distance. But it feels current, like a current energy. They definitely still regret the distance between the two of you. If you have, my mind is elsewhere. Yeah, they regret being distracted. They regret not focusing on you. They regret not being more upfront and honest with you about certain things as well. And finally, we have, it's too late to say sorry. Yeah, like they feel as though it is too late to say sorry, and they feel like, what they've done is it's very hard to come back from, you know, how they treated you or whatever. So yeah, they definitely regret that it is probably too late for them to say sorry, or too late for them to make amends when it comes to you, okay? But that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could resonate. I do hope it could make sense, maybe be helpful to you. But I wish you all the best, all right? Please take care of yourselves. Hi, welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the third group, this is pink tourmaline crystal, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what are their regrets when it comes to you, okay? So we have Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands upright. I don't know. I didn't have to say this for the last two groups, but it's I don't know. I feel called to say this. But if it doesn't resonate with the situation and the relationship you've had with the person on your mind, then the reading probably isn't for you. Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. But anyways, let's see. So what are their regrets when it comes to you? So this person on your mind, it feels like they regret not supporting you, your work, your talents, your art, whatever it could be. They regret thinking that you had no potential, or something you were working towards didn't have any potential. They regret thinking that you weren't going to make it. And if you shared with this person something that was good news to you, and you shared it with them, they regret not reacting positively about it. It's like maybe, you know, maybe they weren't negative per se, maybe they didn't put you down or whatever, but maybe they didn't, you know, react enthusiastically, and they regret not doing that. They regret not creating a solid foundation between the two of you as well, and not setting goals with you. They regret not seeing you as ambitious and thinking that you are going to lose. They regret being immature or just not as developed as you were at the time. And for some of you, they regret not appreciating your immaturity and your optimism. I have to say, just in case anyone's wondering, this immaturity that they're referring to, that they regret not appreciating, is not coming off as a negative. But yeah, they regret either your immaturity or your optimism about something. It feels like you were really loyal to this person, and they regret not appreciating that more. This person, they regret not being humble and grounded, and not making more of an effort with you and your connection. They definitely regret not protecting you, and you know, it's like they could have been controlling as opposed to protective, and they regret, you know, being more controlling than protective. Okay. So if this person didn't understand your beliefs, or you know, your way of life or your culture, whatever it may be, this person they regret, not trying to understand your beliefs more, or not being more understanding of your beliefs. Like not being more open to it. Yeah, so they could regret not being more open-minded. For some of you, this is not necessarily about your beliefs, but just maybe you as a person as a whole, and they regret, yeah, they regret not trying to understand you a bit more. So yeah, it feels like this person, they regret not backing you up, or just not backing you in general, like not being on your side, not being on your team, not fighting in your corner. Um, they regret putting their guard down and being defensive as well. So yeah, this person could have been quite defensive towards you, and they regret not putting their guard down, and they regret being defensive. They regret trying to be too pushy or too authoritative and too forceful with you. It's like almost like they regret thinking they owned you, or that you were some type of possession, or treating you as such, you know? And if this person got angry easily, or there was an occasion when they got really angry with you, they regret that. For some of you, this is like getting angry and not shutting up sometimes, like trying to prove their point. They regret going overboard, like. So this person either regrets being too busy, but for some of you, this is more so they regret not taking accountability and trying to put blame on you when they should have been the one taking accountability, you know? So we have value your self-worth. Yeah, they regret not valuing your self-worth, okay? We also have forgiveness heals, time to release repressed anger as it is blocking your health and happiness. Okay, so this person regrets not trying to get forgiveness from you. I mean, I don't know, like, if this person is really stubborn, um, yeah, they definitely regret not asking for your forgiveness. And this could actually be messing with their health and their happiness, and that could be why they regret it now. Yeah, clarified by the Six of Swords. They regret not trying to heal your connection. And this feels like sooner, like they regret not trying to do it sooner. So, so it feels like this person really regrets not seeing you as someone who is enigmatic, very multifaceted, very talented, someone with many layers, and they regret not either appreciating you for what you are, sorry, and yeah. Yeah, they definitely, it's like they 100% see you as enigmatic now. Like they see it, they notice it, they understand it. Not, I don't know if understand is the right word. Um, but yeah, they definitely regret not appreciating you for the awesome, interesting, layered person that you are, you know? So we have non-competitive. Yeah, they regret not fighting for you. They regret not being competitive. when it came, was it in regards to you? Yeah, it does feel like it is in regards to you. But it feels like they regret not fighting for you, you know? Maybe they were too nonchalant, maybe they were too laid back, too unbothered, and they regret that energy for sure. And we also have complex. So we have enigmatic and complex. Nice. So it actually feels like this person regrets seeing you, or, you know, jump into the conclusion that you're complex, you're complicated, you're confusing. Because it's like, it feels like in reality now they see that you're just someone who's very multifaceted, very multi-talented, someone who has many layers, very enigmatic and interesting. And before, it's like they kind of maybe saw it as a negative, whereas now they realize that it's actually something very beautiful, and they regret, again, you know, not seeing it for what it was at the time. So we have, is it bad that I've never made love? Okay, so for some of you, like, okay, is it bad that I've never made love? It feels like this person, it's like they regret using that as an excuse. It's like, you know, say for example, they lacked love in their childhood from previous relationships, from colleagues or family members. I don't know, okay? But it feels like this person is because they haven't experienced love so much. It's almost like they maybe use that as an excuse or used it as a defense mechanism, and they regret basically like seeing it from that perspective, seeing it as a reason to be guarded, or seeing it as a reason to not give love because I've not really received it, you know? So yeah, please take that if it makes sense. Yeah, this person, they regret being disinterested, like whether that's disinterest in you, your hobbies, stuff that you're into. It's like this person regrets being too laid back, being too nonchalant. And they it feels like they wish they were more involved, they were more interested, you know? This reading today is very draining. I literally woke up like 4 hours ago and I'm already exhausted. Okay, so like I could literally just fall asleep right now. I'm not joking. Okay, anyway, so we have, I am going to play you for as long as you let me. Yeah, this person regrets trying to play you. Okay. We have strip. So for some of you, please only take this if it makes sense, but this person could have like forced you to be vulnerable. They could have forced you to open up to them. I say force, but for some of you, it's like I've met a lot of people who will kind of be very pushy when it comes to other people opening up. They'll be like, tell me you can trust me, blah, 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 just so they can use it against you, you know? So I don't know, it may be a different situation, but it does feel like they regret um, making you either feel vulnerable or making you feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable around them, for them not to maybe reciprocate, or for them to not appreciate it, or maybe even be a bit dismissive. For some of you, this could be about intimacy, and they could regret like maybe being a bit too pushy when it comes to intimacy. This may not resonate for everyone, but for someone here, this person, for whatever reason, they regret having pillow talk with you. For some of you, though, there is a message that this person was trying to like manipulate you during pillow talk moments, and they regret that, obviously, depending on your situation with them. We also have, I don't know how this shit will end, but I do know that I want to try. Yeah, they regret not trying. It's like, even if at the time they didn't know how things were going to end, things were going to pan out, how well you guys were going to work together, be compatible with each other, whatever it may be. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, they regret not trying, even though they may not have, known what the future held for the two of you at the time. We have released any doubts. Yeah, they regret not releasing the doubts that they had sooner. And finally, we have them still thinking of the little things you did and said. Yeah, they regret losing you because you have made a big impact on them and they still think about you a lot. But yeah, that is all I have for you, though, for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it could make sense. I do hope it could be helpful and resonate. But I'm wishing you all the best, all right? Please take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, if you've chosen the rose quartz, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, what are their regrets, okay? So we have the Tower upright and we have the Four of Cups upright. So it feels like they definitely regret being aggressive, whether this was towards you or just in general, or maybe even exhibiting that behavior around you if it made you uncomfortable, whatever. They do regret being aggressive. They regret being chaotic. It feels like they recognize that their energy wasn't settled and they definitely regret that. And if this person has impacted you in a big way, almost like it's irreversible, they definitely regret that. For some of you, like, they made a drastic change to themselves or how they lived their life and they regret that too, especially if it impacted you in a harmful way. There are no specifics that are coming out, but they regret the problems and the trouble that they created for you. And if this person was overbearing, they regret that too. And for some of you here, they regret surprising you. For some of you, please only take this if it resonates, but it feels like they regret surprising you because it feels like they could have done it in a cheap way and they regret that, or they just regret being a bit low budget about the surprise they gave you. For some of you, it could be about like surprising you and then making you spend your own money when it was supposed to be a surprise and like their treat. They could regret that situation. But yeah, it feels like they regret not taking proper precautions with you, whatever that can mean. And like, if any of you here gave this person a warning, they regret not listening to you, for sure. And if this person tried to move really fast with you, they regret that too. For some of you, they could regret having sex with you, maybe the circumstances, how you had sex, Obviously, if you're asking about that kind of connection. But yeah, this person, they regret being jealous towards you or acting out of jealousy. And they regret not apologizing. For some of you, this is maybe not apologizing for, this feels like for making fun of you in some way. It could be your stability or something that provides you stability or comfort, like your home, your work, maybe your family. For some of you, though, this does feel like it is specifically about your work, because it feels like now they realize that what you do is actually important, or the role you have is very important, and yeah, they regret not seeing that, or for making fun of it, or try to downplay it in any way. If this person was quite intimidating, they regret that. But yeah, this person could have exploded at you at some point, and they regret that. It feels like some of you made this person an offer, maybe they rejected it, um but regardless, it feels like they regret not taking you up on something. And depending on your relationship to this person, they regret making it all about sex, maybe making it all about themselves. And it feels like they definitely regret focusing on the negative when it came to your connection. It feels like because you actually provided a lot of positive, and they regret either not appreciating it, not seeing that, or just being more vocal about the negative as opposed to, all the positive things about you that you contributed and about your connection. It's like they definitely regret being more vocal about the negative. It also feels like they regret not taking your emotions seriously. And it feels like they regret being indifferent towards you as well. And if they slowed you down, or in their perspective, they slowed you down, or created delays for you, and they regret that. It's like this person had a lot of thoughts and desires when it came to you, but they didn't put enough action behind their thoughts and desires, and they regret that. They definitely regret being emotionally unavailable as well. So we have wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So if this resonates, this person regrets not helping you recover. This could be recovering financially, recovering emotionally, mentally. But they definitely, it feels like in their perspective, they created more drama or more tension, more stress and burdens, when in reality they probably should have been doing the opposite, and it feels like they regret that. For some of you, they could regret not taking your health seriously or your wellness in general. This feels like it could be about your feelings. It's like, say for example, you're like, okay, certain things stress me out, I would prefer it if you didn't do that, blah 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 blah. And it's like they regret not taking your wellness seriously, because at the end of the day, it all does accumulate into your wellness, and stress is not good for the body. So it definitely feels like they have some regrets surrounding that. We also have busy times and multitasking. Sorry if I'm sounding a bit sluggish, but I woke up a few hours ago. But I don't know why. This reading has literally drained me today, so I'm sorry. Bear with me. Anyways. So this person either regrets being busy themselves, to the point where they maybe couldn't show up for you or be there for you the way they feel, or the way that you needed someone to be there for you. But for some of you, it's like it's actually the opposite. Well, not the opposite per se, but they regret creating more burdens for you and making you even more busy. It's like you already had a bunch of shit to deal with, and this person is just adding more onto your plate, and it's like you didn't need that. You didn't need that, and they regret doing that. Okay. Yeah, they definitely regret not being more gentle with you. Yeah, they definitely regret not taking a softer approach. And if it makes sense, like this person regrets being messy, whether this be in terms of drama or whether it be like literally, it feels like they regret not being neat. It feels like, yeah, especially if you're someone who's quite neat, you like everything in its place, or you just prefer certain things to be neat, but like it's like, and as soon as they like come in, it's like all of a sudden the place is a mess, like you've been here for 5 seconds, okay? So yeah, for some of you it's like they definitely regret creating that extra stress for you. We also have subservient. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'm getting a few different messages, so please take what resonates. This person either regrets being subservient towards someone else. Um, for others of you, though, they could regret thinking that you were subservient or treating you as if you were. So we have here, I was so afraid that you were going to reject me that I didn't even try, and now I regret it. So if any of you resonate with this situation, this person, they could have felt that you were going to reject them, that they didn't try or they didn't make enough of an effort, and this person definitely regrets that. So yeah. So we also have there are so many things left unsaid. Yeah, they regret not speaking their full truth to you. They regret not being more vocal about their feelings. And they regret kind of leaving so many things left unsaid. With that Four of Cups being there, it's like, either someone's sleeping on themselves, someone's sleeping on other opportunities that are going on. Like they're actually rejecting these opportunities, refusing to see it, and now all they're kind of left with is a bunch of things that have been left unsaid between the two of you, and they regret that. So this may not be for everyone, but it feels like maybe for some of you here, this person regrets being sexually aggressive. For others of you, it's not even about them being aggressive. It's like if the sex between you both wasn't great, maybe they focus more on their own needs, or kind of just using your body as a way to masturbate, basically. But yeah, it feels like they regret something in terms of the intimacy between you both. So for some of you here, it feels like this person regrets making like issues or problems out of nothing, or out of assumptions that they've made. I don't know, like this person, they could regret making you dance for them. I don't know your situation with them, but for some of you, it feels like they regret being too suggestive or too pushy. It feels like they regret not focusing on their priorities in the past. Um, it feels like it feels like right now you could be more so focused on your priorities, um, the things that are important to you, whatever that may be. This person kind of regrets the situation that led up to you being more focused on yourself, and not them. Yeah, they regret that you have impacted them in a big way, and that they will probably continue to think about you for quite a while. And we have innocence. So this person regrets either abusing your innocence, abusing your um, kindness, your sweetness in some way. Yeah, it feels like they regret seeing you as naive, you know? But anyways, that is all I have for this group. I do hope it could make sense. I do hope it could be helpful and resonate. But I am wishing you all the best, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye.